But if the West's Tigers, reeling from losing their teenage prodigy, pulled off a blockbuster raid on Super League's brightest star, a Man of Steel winner ready to explode in the NRL and pair with Jarome Luai in a Halves combo that could shatter defenses. Hit subscribe on all sports updates right now. We are dropping the bombshells that shake the NRL world. The saga of Lachlan Galvin rocked the West's Tigers to their core, a whirlwind that started with whispers of discontent and erupted into a full-blown exit in mid-2025. The young 5'8", once hailed as the future alongside Jarome Luai, clashed over coaching direction and off-field drama, culminating in an immediate release to the Bulldogs. Galvin's departure left a gaping hole in the No. 6 jersey, a void that threatened to derail Benji Marshall's rebuild just as momentum was building with big-money signings like Luai and Jarome. Fans watched in disbelief as the homegrown talent, who burst onto the scene with fearless runs and clever kicks, walked away amid legal threats and teammate friction. But in the ashes of that chase lies opportunity, a chance for the Tigers to think bigger, bolder. With Luai locked in long-term, thriving in the playmaking role he craved, the club needs a dynamic partner, someone with vision, speed, and that elusive X-factor to unlock attacks. Internal options like electrifying and Heath Mason show promise, but injuries and inexperience raise doubts for a team eyeing finals contention in 2026. Adam Doherty could shift roles, yet his versatility often pulls him elsewhere. The market for proven halves is thin, with few elite 5/8 off contract or available without massive fees. That's where the surprise emerges. A daring move across the hemisphere to snare Halves Mikey Lewis, the electrifying Englishman who dominated Super League in 2024, claiming Man of Steel honors. Lewis, still in his prime, has the creativity to complement Luai's flair, his blistering
forming
pace,
a left-edge
pinpoint
nightmare for
kicking, and
opponents.
try-scoring flair. Connections through coach Willie Peters and C. Shane Richardson could smooth the path, and buying out his deal would signal ambition. This isn't just a replacement, it's an upgrade, injecting international pedigree into a squad hungry for silverware. As the 2026 draw looms with two early tests, the Tigers can't afford hesitation. Snaring Lewis would rewrite the narrative, turning loss into a statement of intent that echoes through the league. Dive deeper with all sports updates, your go-to for null shocks and insider fired. Mikey Lewis isn't just a name, he's a phenomenon waiting to unleash havoc in the null, the perfect shock replacement to fill the void left by Lachlan Galvin and elevate the West's Tigers to contenders. Picture this: a half who dances through defenses, boots bombs that pin rivals deep, and scores tries from nowhere, all while thriving under pressure. That's Lewis in Super League, where he orchestrated Halves' charge to the grand final, earning Dream Team selection and the coveted Man of Steel as the competition's best player. His stats scream superstar, line breaks galore, try assists piling up, and a kicking game that controls territory like a veteran. At just 23, he's young enough to grow with Luai, yet seasoned with over 100 top-flight games. The surprise factor: few saw the Tigers dipping into England for a marquee signing, but the fit is uncanny. Luai's show-and-go paired with Lewis's speed and vision could create magic on the edges, stretching teams thin and feeding flyers like Suni Tiruva. Back home, the Tigers' rebuild gained traction in late 2025, snapping wooden spoon streaks with gritty wins, but Gavin's mid-season bolt exposed fragility in the spine. Marshall needs reliability, not potential pitfalls from youth. Lewis brings that, no acclimation issues, instant impact. Rumors swirled early in 2025 of null interest, with the Tigers positioned perfectly thanks to shared networks. Critics might question the cost of extracting him from a long deal, but for a club with cap space post-Galvin, it's a calculated swing. Imagine the boss, an Englishman igniting Leichhardt Oval, silencing doubters who wrote off the joint venture. This move isn't reactive, it's revolutionary, blending cultures to forge a new era. As rivals load up, Penrith reloading, Broncos defending, the Tigers must strike boldly. Lewis represents that leap, a passion project for Marshall to mold a Halves feared league-wide. The story twists from heartbreak to hope, with Lewis as the unexpected hero ready to script glory. Stay ahead of the game. Subscribe to all sports updates for non-stop drama as the 2026 season approaches, with the Tigers facing a bye in round one before blockbuster clashes that test their mettle. The hunt for Galvin's successor reaches fever pitch and Mikey Lewis emerges as the audacious target that could redefine their trajectory. Galvin's exit, sealed with a switch to Canterbury until 2028, forced immediate adjustments in 2025, thrusting Heath Mason into the spotlight and highlighting the need for a long-term fix. Mason's loyalty shines, a true Tiger through and through, but pairing him permanently with Luai risks overloading the star half. Enter Lewis, a proven game breaker whose arrival would inject urgency and excitement. His Super League exploits, leading assists, forcing dropouts, terrorizing defenses, translate seamlessly to NRL pace. The narrative builds with intrigue, quiet talks, potential transfer fees, and the thrill of luring a man of steel southward. Connections abound, making it feasible where others falter. For Marshall, it's personal, crafting a spine that attacks relentlessly, turning close losses into routes. Luai, freed to orchestrate, thrives with a running threat beside him. Fans crave this surprise, a statement signing amid Perth Beer's expansion, chatter diluting talent pools. Off-contract stars are scarce, making Lewis's availability a golden window. The risk, culture clash, or homesickness. The reward, a Halves partnership rivaling the best, propelling the Tigers up the ladder. Early fixtures against heavyweights demand readiness, and Lewis delivers that edge. This isn't patching a hole, it's building an empire. From Galvin's promising debut to bitter farewell, the chapter closes painfully, but Lewis opens a thrilling sequel. Whispers grow louder as preseason looms. Will the Tigers pounce? The anticipation mounts, every rumor fueling dreams of finals football. Rock render carded on 175 if 9 card type magic card type render search image. Argument name image to argument name says large argument. Rock render card 3 7 to 8 card type magic card type render search image. Argument name image 3 argument name says large argument. Rock render carded 0686 2 card type magic card type render search image. Argument name image 4 argument name says